Conor comes back. Who knows? What did Conor do? Did you just get in a brawl in a bar? Is that real?
Oh, so, in Dana White's scrum, he goes, listen, if it was that big, there'd be more video of it. Dana goes, Dana's basically saying, I'm skeptical hip-wise that happened. People that I know in Dublin and that are blowing me up are saying, dude, it's real. Conor's in a bit of trouble because he has a friend from one area of Ireland that's in this mafia and that got beat up by these guys. Conor finds out the guys who beat up his friend are in this bar. So Conor comes in there, beats the hell out of that guy. Well, that guy's associated with this, pretty intense mafia family over there. So now there's a hit out on Conor is what they're saying.
What?
Yes. For $900,000.
What?
Mm-hmm. Now, how much of that is true? How much of it is speculation? I'm not sure.
Holy shit.
And because on my podcast, I was like, I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of hoopla. People just want to be associated. And then I have so many people blowing me up going, bro, here's the background of the guys that he's messing with. And they've done some gnarly shit. Like there's a boxing promotion that they just came in dressed as like masked men and shot up the whole thing. They're like, he's dealing with gnarly dudes.
Whoa.
But then, again, I guess in Dublin, especially Conor being who he is, you're going to have these associations with this underground world, stuff like that.
What are you trying to say about Dublin, bro?
It's awesome. It's my favorite place I've ever been.
Man, that is terrible. That's a terrible scene.
I don't know what to believe. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I don't, and Dana, again, said this in his scrum. It's always fascinating when Dana does those scrums because it's all hearsay, stuff like that. But then they go, what's next for Conor? You got to fight for him? He goes, listen, man, the guy's $100 million in the bank. Fighting sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever going to get punched in the face again. He has $100 million. It's a legit point.
It's a totally legit point. But $100 million can go a lot faster than you think if you like the ball. Because here's the thing. You don't really get $100 million. You get $100 million, but then you got to pay taxes. You got to pay your trainer fee. You got to pay whatever you pay your manager.
So let's say he has 70.
He wouldn't have 70. If
after
you have
taxes?
Yep. Nope. If
so
you make 100 in America, if you make 100, I mean, like realistically, I think it's everything over $250,000 a year is taxed.
30?
Find out what that is.
35%?
38% or something like that. And then, you got to think he's got managers and trainers and agents. And when you here's a question that I should know the answer to, but I do not. When you make money, if you're from Ireland, you make money in America, do you have to pay taxes in America? Because I know you have to do that if you make money in Canada. If you make money in Canada, like you do gigs in Canada, you have to pay taxes in Canada. I had to pay
taxes in Dublin and England and Australia when I did comedy.
And then you also have to pay those taxes when you get home. You have to pay your own taxes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you get double taxed, but there's ways around it. So let's say
make 60.
40.
Let's get to 60.
I was going to say 40, being cool.
Let's be cool.
But remember, he has $40 million.
$40
But that's just based off of the fight. Now think about his endorsements.
He can go through $40 million in 3 years.
If you're a complete
he's a maniac,
fucking moron.
No, if you're the same type of guy that is Conor McGregor.
I don't know about that because we're basing off his Instagram, which is a persona of him, right? Right. So you see the Rolls Royces, these watches, a lot of the stuff. Remember, a lot of those Rolls Royces people give to him.
Right, they donated them. Remember,
he's renting
got pissed because he was standing on one of them.
Yeah. They're like, bro, we gave that for you for the day. You're shitting on a Rolex, or Rolls Royce. Yeah. I think I don't know if he's that stupid with his money.
That's interesting. Well, if that's the case, if he's not really completely balling out of control and all those Bentley photos and everything like that is all just for show and it's part of the persona and part of the act, that makes sense. Well, if that's the case and he just wants to live like a fairly large...
he's living large.
Forever.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
He's living, but he's not Mike Tyson stupid, John Jones stupid.
But he's private jet stupid, right? And he's like...
Again, a lot of that can be borrowed.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, not even saying private jet stupid. If you got $100 million, do whatever the fuck you want, sir. Correct. What I'm saying is if you want it to last for the rest of your days.
Well, if you just invest it right, you're straight.
See, the other thing is that the amount of possibility for him to make money is so staggering right now that I don't see that this is going to be the end of his career. I just do not agree with anybody that thinks he's not going to fight again. I think you're crazy. I think he's going to get bored. I think he's going to want a challenge. I think he's going to realize there's a tremendous amount of money out there to be made.
I'm not crazy. Dana White's crazy because I think he's going to fight again. Yeah. Dana said he doesn't think he's going to fight again. Fighting sucks. Those aren't my words. I actually think he's going to fight again because I think he's more than just about money. Yeah. I think he's more about his legacy and what his his kind of footmark in the sport is. And I think he knows he has to defend that 155-pound title. But then he also knows Manny Pacquiao called him out, and he can go make a quick whatever 50, 60 million fighting Pacquiao.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunities there, but I also know for a fact he has a shitload of opportunities in Hollywood as well, non-stop.
Damn.
So he's gonna be fine either way as long as he doesn't get shot by a Dublin gangster. He should be fine.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
The other thing is GSP's not fighting Whitaker. GSP's, the rumor mill from what I hear is he might want to see if he can cut to 50 to cut to 70. See if he can still get to 70 and do a super fight with Conor there.
Conor. See, that's what I had said. I'd said that
That's
Conor
their dream
versus
matchup.
GSP would be like the biggest financial boom. If I was WME, I'd be like, listen, can we make this happen?
That's what they want to do.
Come on.
That in a dream situation, that's what all sides would want to have happen. And GSP, he's taking time off now, but I know he's going to see if he can cut to 70 to possibly make that happen.
He should be able to do it. Don't you think? Or is he
He is
too thick?
thicker than the Three Musketeers right now. He was thick city in that Bisping fight.
He was pretty jacked. It's a lot of, he must be doing a lot of strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking,
I mean, he's a muscular dude. He's getting older too, so the weight comes on.
yeah. But I wonder what he's doing for like his weightlifting routine.
You just have to get super strict. Also, I bet he could do it, especially at 70, if he realizes the possibilities on a super fight like Conor. Because have you seen the numbers on his fight with Bisping?
No.
I think it came in at about 865.
That's not bad.
Not great though.
It's not as good as he could do.
Well, it's not. It's
I
not as
think-
good as the pay-per-view blockbuster stars.
No. But
It's not what
being
they're
out
hoping.
for 4 years. See, the thing is, and you and I were talking about this, is that we both agreed, like, there's a lot of fans that are fans now that don't have a fucking clue who he is. At least didn't before that fight.
No, they
They're
came in with Ronda, yeah.
Yep. Post Ronda and post Conor. I think Ronda brought a gigantic group in, and then Conor brought another even more gigantic group in. And especially the kids today that are like 18, 19, 20, 21, they have no fucking idea.
No clue.
You have to be hardcore to know who GSP is.
Correct.
But now they know. Now they know he's the middleweight champ. Holy shit, he came back. People will talk, and it'll build it up, and then the next one will be bigger.
I think he. Even if he fought Whitaker, I don't think it breaks 1 million. Even now,
I think you're probably in the ballpark. I think it's
I think he
probably going to
does-
be close to 1 million.
I think he
for
does
that
it
fight.
around 850 to 900 again. It might be a little better. Maybe it's in Australia. It's a
Yeah.
pay-per-view. I think he has to have a partner, a dance partner like Conor to break 1 million.
Well, the Conor fight would be 1 million if Conor fought your mom.
I mean, yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
No, if Conor and Jamie fought, it'd be 2 million.
Yeah,
I mean,
2 million.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Anything he does after that Floyd Mayweather, there's so much, just hype. Everyone wants to see his next move. It's
Yeah.
gonna be the biggest UFC of all time.
Yeah, just for that. Boy.
But
Yeah, there's not a lot of like giant matchups right now that are looming that make me excited more than that one does. Conor versus GSP is like, whoa. That's like I want to sit down and think about that one for a while. Like,
But
whoa.
well, see, I have thought about it, and it's not a great fight for Conor. 70 is not where Conor belongs, especially
Not with
with
that
the
gorilla.
greatest welterweight of all time who can grapple his balls off.
Grapple his balls off. He gets you to the ground. He's going to fuck you up. He's
Not
going to
great.
fuck you up. He's so much stronger. George is so big now. When I put my arm around him when I was doing the interviews with him at the weigh-ins, I was like, what in the fuck?
Thick.
And this is like weighed in, rehydrated all day, and then I get to him at like 6 o'clock, which is what they're doing now, which is kind of interesting. But I was like, wow, he's like 200 pounds plus.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's way bigger than he used to be. And like everybody thought that Bisping was going to have this big advantage over him size-wise. But when you see George also has a very long style. Keeps his legs wide,
Yes.
bounces around a lot, in and out. And so he accomplishes a lot with his distance and his ability to close the distance. It's like the size, strength, and reach advantage that Bisping had just didn't play in at all.
That being said, though, not Bisping, GSP has no business being a middleweight. That's not the land for him.
Robert Whitaker's a dangerous fight for him at 185.
But it's really the only fight. And granted,
Yeah.
he's the champ. The size isn't that big of a deal. The problem is he's in his prime. He's young, hits like a Mack truck.
And
he's good at everything.
He's good at everything, and he fires fucking bombs at your face. Like he's trying to
Bombs
knock
over
you out.
Baghdad,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's technical striking just to the opening is there.
It's very interesting with Whitaker because he's the smaller guy at 85 in the land of the dinosaurs right now, the land of the giants with Rockhold. You got Yoel, Jacare, all these monsters. Weidman's a big boy. You have all those monsters. Then you have a guy like GSP who's your interim champion. And then you got Kelvin that people are talking about, where Kelvin's the undersized guy too. Well,
GSP's not the interim champion. He's the legit champion. Whitaker's the interim champion.
That's true, which is such bullshit.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. So you have two champions, right? But I'm such bullshit.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
What's bullshit about it?
Take 4 years off, you jump the queue, you fight a guy that's perfect matchup for you, and you win.
Well,
Then you got Whitaker,
that,
who walked through fucking
but
Monsterland.
But in his defense, he couldn't fight then. He was injured.
I know, I'm just saying.
Right. But if they could not have made the Whitaker versus Bisping fight any earlier, because Whitaker's knee was fucked up. I mean,
True.
He had a serious. So there was no fight to be made other than this in the middleweight division, unless you wanted to have Yoel, who just fought for the title and lost, fight Bisping for the real title after he lost for the interim title. That doesn't necessarily make sense. As far as